I was hauling trash in the middle of winter in Kansas. 4 o'clock that morning, I got a call from a guy I never met. I said, where? Austria? He said, no, Australia. The strength that he's given me to go earn it, go fight for it.
Don't drop it. Wow. She's full of energy. She has so much fun. She's very talkative. Me and Sarah aren't together. We're doing our best job to co-parent for Naya. It's going to be a little bit different than my whole childhood.
I'm the new guy coming in. I also, want to come in and be the ultimate teammate.
Shooter, defender, winner, experience.
I love to compete. It's one thing that drives me and keeps me going every day.
There's a gang right there! Woo!
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, whoa, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine.
I think it all points really well for us, and we're the champions, and everyone hates it.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go!
Hail the Kings! Sydney, the NBL 22 champions.
I don't think people around the league like to see Sydney do well. I think they like to see us as their and pushes around, the violet crumbles and easy to get on top of and get in our heads and all that sort of stuff. I just don't think they like it. So therefore, they're turning us into villains instead of respecting what we're doing.
We are the Sydney Kings!
From day one when I got involved, I said, you're a Sydney King, you walk tall. I demand self-respect and I demand our guys to hold themselves in that way, and that's interpreted as arrogance. That's really not, it's pride. It's pride, that's what I expect.
Are you the team to beat?
No, I don't think so. I think New Zealand, I think Cairns, I think Adelaide, I think they're all outstanding. I think they're the ones to watch. I think we'll be lucky to make the four, mate.
Let it shine.
Hello and welcome to the opening night of the NBL season here in Wollongong. The champions, here they are in the house and no doubt looking to assert their dominance early this season.
Sydney in possession first. The Kings start the NBL 23 season with a win.
We are in the Kingdom for the first time this season on what is a very special night for the organisation as they proudly unveil the championship banner.
I'm really excited. Obviously, to bring the banner around, get our rings tonight, it's going to be really good. I'm also excited to put that whole chapter to rest from last year and focus on this year and try to go back to back.
Winning a championship's not easy in any league, any sport, minor, major, juniors, so we hope to celebrate tonight with our fans and hopefully set the bar for what can come in the future.
Great block by Zave. Denies Aaron Baines. Hunter. The Kings 2-0 to start their championship defence. Oh! Cox! That is enormous!
Get a good shot here.
Deng. Big win for this young Cairns team.
15 straight road wins. Ridiculous. This Kings road warriors.
Suarez with the offensive rebound. He misses as well. Walton Jr. the second time. They come to Kudos Bank Arena and beat Sydney. And the Sydney Kings dominate Melbourne United once again.
Here's Bruce. To Noi, the birthday boy. Oh, he's got it! Oh my goodness! And they get the dub on the road.
17 straight wins for the Kings on the road.
Sam, to you, to the bank, your commitment to us, and I can assure you we have a commitment from our club and all our fans at Beyond Bank, and we look forward to a great, prosperous partnership. Thank you.
There's a sense of deja vu about this for the Sydney Kings. Off the inbound, Kawatnoy's done it once. Oh! You've got to be kidding me!
DJ Hove puts it on his shoulders. Kings of the road no more. A 17-game road-winning streak is snapped at the hands of the Snakes.
I don't think anyone would suggest we're playing to our potential, and I know that we've got a lot to get out of these guys. The ceiling's very high on this team. We're moving into the middle third of the season now, and that's where it's kind of the dog days, you know. That's where you find out what you've got now. This is the real important part of the season in my book.
I think we've shown moments of real dominance in games and really put people on their heels. And I think in stretches we've shown how dominant we can be, but we just got to be more consistent with it.
Xavier, and I guess there has been some criticism that you guys rely on him too much. Is that fair?
Hang on. We rely on an MVP standard player too much? Have a look around the league. Bryce, where else? Who else doesn't rely on these players?
Per's probably more reliant on Bryce than we are on Zave, maybe same on Southeast and Mitch, but we've got a really balanced group, and Zave just leads that group really well.
I've said it for years that Xavier, we've built this team around Xavier as a key piece to everything that we do. The plays we bring in to complement him and his game is vitally important.
Wow. Here you go. Yes, it's yummy. Best thing about being a dad is I can make dad jokes now. So that's okay to make dad jokes. Nah, the best thing is probably just seeing her grow and watching her little personality come out. Oh, you teased him. You gotta hold on to it. There you go, hold on, don't drop it. Wow. He's hungry. She's 2 and she's full of energy. She has so much fun. She's very talkative, loves to dance, loves flowers, all that kind of stuff. And she's such a girly girl. She's very different to me, so it's awesome. I love it.
Mikey.
They're over there. Let's see the koala bears.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's your favourite.
Come here.
You can't come here. You can't touch him. I think it's definitely helped mature me a lot. Just I've been always the immature one pretty much growing up until I had 9, and it's really helped out a lot, especially with our team. We've got a younger bunch of guys, and Noah's probably more mature than most of my teammates, so yeah. But it's definitely helped out a lot, and also take the pressure away from games. I'm one of the kind of guys that stresses a lot about games, and you know, if you have a bad performance, you like dwell on it a lot. Now I have 9, it's not as serious, you know what I mean? Definitely her childhood is going to be a lot different than ours. Me and Sarah aren't together. We're doing our best job to co-parent for Naya. It's going to be a little bit different than my whole childhood, but we're going to try and make the most of it. The thing I'm really most happy with myself with is I'm being very consistent. Last year I'd have about 3 good games and then about 2 bad games to cancel each other out. So this year I've been very consistent. I need to continue to shoot the ball a bit better, but that's going to be the main ticket for me to get to the NBA, is shooting the ball well.
Ooh, nice take, nice cross, and 1!
I think it's a dream of his that he's been clear that he wants to have happen, and I obviously want to see all these guys achieve their dreams. Like, that's what we're here to help him do, and I just really want that for him. So that's what our hope is, that we can put a platform for him to go succeed and earn that going forward.
Yeah, he's quietly spoken, fairly gentle guy in general, but his competitive appetite is no one else in the team that has that, and he drives his team. But his competitive leadership is what makes us tick.
Here you go, kill me. Follow me. I'll roll, you pop.
As a captain, as a leader of a group, we couldn't ask for a better person, you know. And look, leadership is very easy to say, but very hard to do. And I wouldn't say it's come naturally to Xavier, but he's growing into it. He's growing into his life as a father and as a teammate. He's got a long way to go in terms of his upside and what's going to lie ahead for him as a career. It's going to be amazing.
Come on. Oh, yeah. Shoes on the rooftop, baby. Hit a 3, but can't hit a free throw. Oh, come on, man. It's a work in progress. We have this unshakable confidence, the way I look at it, and just no matter what happens, we're always going to have fun and be swaggy, but the way we go about basketball, it's not as glamorous as you think it is. We're training in Auburn, we've got bloody holes in the walls and stuff like that, but that's what brings character to our team. Like, we don't want to be known as a bunch of cats. We want to be some dogs out there, as Coach would say. We've got Paul Smith in there stirring the pot every single day, and we really feed off that energy of being the bad guys. Like, we love to be the guys making jokes and all that kind of stuff, and we walk into that's why we're so good on the road. We walk into those arenas, we get booed, and we have so much fun. It's just us boys, and we're so close. The camaraderie in our team's so close that when we go on the road, we really thrive.
Wake up!
I say wake you up. They're sleeping.
Wake up!
Hey.
No.
Hoops Capital and Luke Longley have made it official. The former Chicago Bull joins majority owner Paul Smith, fellow NBA champ Andrew Bogut, and Wallamai Capital's Robin Denhold as owners of the expanding basketball business.
Luke threatened me. He said, You don't argue with 7'2", mate. No. Look, how it came about through the fact that Luke's made an enormous contribution to our club and to me personally in terms of my transition into ownership of a team and running a team of this nature.
I'm grateful to the Kings for seeing the value in me and delivering me some equity as a result. What I wanted to be when I was a kid was an NBL player. My dad was an NBL player. The NBL is a thing that's always been part of my basketball world, you know. And I mean, when I was growing up, the NBA wasn't something people aspired to. It hadn't been done, obviously. So to come full circle and be back involved in it when it's going in leaps and bounds and improving, seems like a natural progression. Seems like it's sort of where I should be, and I'm proud of the NBL and the product we're putting on the floor. I watch it. I prefer to watch it over any other kind of basketball because I'm invested in these guys and I love it. So it's what I do for entertainment as well as the jobs.
Made a bit of mischief early in the season. That's all right. That's what you do early in the season to get the jungle drums beating.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably a little bit of our identity as a club that we're going to be authentic and we're going to be unapologetic for who we are and try to do things the right way, but have a lot of fun doing it and ruffle some feathers along the way is okay.
We play in Sydney, and this is a big town, and you can't just curl yourself up into a ball and hide. If you're going to make a noise, make a big noise. I don't know why people don't put themselves out there more and express themselves more and be more open about things, you know.
These Adelaide 36ers, mate, they dead set think they're the Golden State Warriors. They are talking themselves up so hard. Look, we're scared. Look, I can assure you we're frightened. We can't sleep. I can't sleep. I'm that nervous.
The talk happened during the week, but when it came time, they shot it like the Golden State Warriors. And they come to Kudos Bank Arena and beat Sydney 92-88.
We definitely poked some holes at Smitty and let him, you know, ribbed him a little bit that he got them fired up. I mean, that was the best game they've played all year by a mile, and took all of that to beat us. So we definitely laid it out on his feet a little bit.
No, I didn't have egg on my face, not at all. No, that's quite the opposite, in fact. What I said was that they walking around think they're the Golden State Warriors. Words out of their mouth, not mine. They said it. All I did is repeat it and reflected on it. And you know what? I reckon they did think they were the Golden State Warriors. I reckon they thought they were a bit better than they were, and they've had their asses handed to them a few times and be hard back to earth. And, you know, so yeah, I didn't have egg on my face. We got beat, and we didn't play well, and we're going to make good today.
Looking forward to this one. It's two teams in a bit of form.
Xavier Cooks grab it and go off the defensive glass. Dribble handoff. That's beautiful Sydney Kings basketball.
Simon, who loves to attack the rim. Cooks looking to be aggressive. Walton Jr. will go to work. They led by 7 points at quarter time, the Sydney Kings. They lead by 10 at half time.
We can get whatever they want. These guys play no defense. All right, run their ass into the ground. They don't want to get back. Set a bunch of pick and rolls and rolls. Trust the pocket. We got the pocket extra on the last one. It's all there if we roll and we play with pace. Here we go. Come on. Defensive rebound in 20 more minutes. 0-0, fellas. No let up. Let's go put somebody in the wood chipper. Here we go. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Again, just applying the pressure on the 36ers. They have to hang in here, Adelaide. CJ Brutons seen enough. He'll call a timeout.
Keep pushing the ball, keep finding ways to get to the rim. Defensively, we turned it up a little bit. Let's go up another gear, all right? I don't hear anyone. Come on, fellas.
There's Cal Bruton, father of CJ Bruton, one of the all-time legends of Australian basketball.
Good defense from Soto. Got the block, and Cleveland rejection at the other end. Oh, over Soto, if you don't mind. Oh, he's already got the dunk of the year. He might have just topped it. So it's just all starting to fall apart here for Adelaide.
Cut, big cut! Cut! Get the ball!
It's Cooks again. They flex their muscles, the Sydney Kings, on their home floor. Got the job done.
Way to respond. Way to respond. Great defense all night for 40 minutes. Great job. Great job. Very good. Hey, don't forget your duties where we're going, all right? All right, Kings on 3. 1, 2, 3. We gotta win. We gotta win. What's up?
Recovery is coming for the Adelaide 36ers with news today that 2022 NBL champion Ian Clark has finally arrived to replace the talented but controversial Craig Randall.
CJ Bruton and the 36ers need all the help they can get if they're to turn their tumultuous season around.
He is back in the league, the Adelaide 36ers. I chuckle because for 5 days they were trying to pretend like, oh, we want an Ian Clark type, even though he was pretty much almost on the plane. Either way, he's here officially.
I'm the new guy coming in. Last year was kind of the same situation, coming in mid-season, but I also, want to come in and be the ultimate teammate.
Shooter, defender, winner, experience, and executioner in the half court. Mental toughness he's going to provide. He's a passer, he's a creator, he's a leader. They're going to listen to him.
Yes, sir.
Right, Kelly.
How you doing? Ian,
How are you?
nice to meet
Yeah, great to see you. Welcome to Australia.
Thank you.
Welcome
Appreciate
back
it.
to Australia.
Thank you.
We're so excited you're here.
I'm happy to be here, honestly. Get the ball rolling and get back to playing, honestly. My name is Ian Clark. I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee. I signed in Golden State for 2 years and winning a championship in 2017. Played with those guys and part of the 73-9 team as well. Last year, obviously, played here in the NBL, played with the Sydney Kings for the second part of the season, and kind of doing the same thing now, coming over to the 36ers. Wait on me, wait on me. Oh, yeah, that's a good screen right there.
Exit. There it is. Woo. Okay. Too late. Nice.
Well, first I rang a few people in the NBA that I know, and everyone gave glowing reports, which normally they either tell you don't do it or that's a good get, where they just said, he's a winner. Yeah, I'll do it.
We won it last year. It takes camaraderie, consistency, and accountability.
Uh-oh, KG, that step back. There's a gang right there. Woo!
Now, I love to compete. Competing against guys at a high level, guys that want to be the best at what they do, and so do I. So going up against those guys, challenging myself, going at it, that's one thing that drives me and keeps me going every day.
Adelaide in 7th, just outside that playoff bracket, but with Ian Clark in town, I wonder whether Adelaide's climb might continue.
It's a huge signing.
We got a good thing going. Obviously, we got a streak. We want to keep building on it. I can see the turn in the locker room of guys kind of seeing that they can really do this. They can do something special, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Tonight in Adelaide, the 36ers are chasing a 4th straight win for the first time since 2018. We could not have a better time for Ian Clark to make his debut.
Sunday.
Great to have him back in the NBL. And the full house loves it. He drives into the lane, he took contact, he finished. Long-range shot.
That's
down it goes from Ian Clark.
Great.
Clark, step back three. Oh, yes, he's done it again.
Welcome back.
And the 36ers now with Ian Clark on their roster. They're starting to produce. CJ Bruton, he steeled them. He readied them for the business end of the year.
He's battled a long time to get to this position, and to see him now in the seat where he's got the reins, I'm just watching him do his magic and enjoying every moment. I can get emotional about just sitting there just saying, damn, I'm excited. Like, I got to put a seatbelt on because, it was times when CJ was telling me, like, yo, Pop, you need to sit down. Like, like, don't be too loud. And sometimes I just can't help it. I'm just so proud. And I let him know.
Growing up, watching what he was able to do for the game and what he done for our family, it makes me proud every single day. But it's that work rate and that drive of again carrying on the name and in the right light.
I was hauling trash in the middle of winter in Kansas. Never forget it. My truck broke down in the dump. I had to walk home to CJ and Elliot. I was frozen. They peeled my clothes off me at the door. And then I had to get on my route the next day on a Sunday to catch up. Got my boss to take me to the truck. I brought them out. My wife's driving the truck. Him and his brother's picking up the lids and putting them back on, and I'm dumping the trash. And after I got through that day, I thought, wow, I can't. And I was going to university as well, and I said, man, this is just hard. And then 4 o'clock that morning, I got a call from a guy I never met to say, I've watched you try out with the Kansas City Kings, and you were impressive. I have an opportunity here in Brisbane. I said, where? Brisbane, Australia. Austria? He said, no, Australia. I said, my wife looked at me like, I think you better do that deal.
Cal Bruton. Brisbane have won the final. And for the first time, it's held on.
And head coach, Cal Bruton.
Calvin Thomas Bruton Sr. They call him the Black Pearl, a tough kid from Brooklyn. He's just been named Australia's Basketball Coach of the Year.
Just knew I was on a path to try to create something for the boys, to make sure I set them up. So it wasn't about going back to the U.S. and live. Nah, I found every single way to stay and make sure this was the perfect place for them to grow up.
The Bruton name and what he's done for me and the strength that he's given me to go earn it, go fight for it. Believe in yourself. You're going to get knocked down. People will try and kick you. You need to learn how to be tougher. You got to be strong enough to understand that this world will take you. If it wants to take you and swallow you, it will. And you'll come through. And I believe in you, and I've always believed in you.
They can tie it or win it. 8 seconds remaining. Clark for 3. New Zealand come up with the ball, and they hang on. 85-83. Cleveland, no good. As the seconds tick down, the 36ers copper bullets.
Adelaide are now, well, staring down the barrel of missing finals for the 5th straight year.
Tell us, what's the emotion after that particular loss, considering the connotations for the season it now has for your team?
Yeah, well, it's very disappointing that, to lose in front of our fans like that, and our guys are battling, and you won't see them quit, roll over, or lay down. When you play an elite sport, that's what you're supposed to do, show your fight.
And in NBL news, while things are looking shaky for pre-season favourites Adelaide and their playoff push, there are no such problems in Sydney.
With the Kings odds on to retain their title, topping the table, heading into the home stretch.
Here's Cox with the jam. The Sydney Kings turn the tables from a couple of weeks ago. DJ's still out there looking for 40. DJ. Wide open. Go on, DJ. 10 3-pointers for DJ Vasiljevic.
It's not great, but this could be special.
Yes! Xavier Cooks having a night out. Saves the best for last. Vasiljevic for Jordan Hunter. He went and got it, and then he stuffed it. 49, the final margin. It is the biggest win of the season. Cooks kicks it out to Kawhi Noy. Bang! The Sydney Kings win another one. 17-5 on the season as they solidify their spot as the benchmark here in the Hungry Jacks NBL.
I do laugh all the time because I'm like, I watch all these 5-minute makeup tutorials and I'm like, I could probably teach one of these for a professional sport. I come in after warm-up. Most of the time we're working guys out, so the other coaching staff jump in showers. I don't have time for that. I dry shampoo it and then get changed into our suits and then wax some makeup on in 5 minutes. I'm from Western Australia originally, so played basketball over there, grew up in junior state teams, high performance programs in the NBL 1, and then was coaching while I was doing all that.
Hi everyone, I'm Fleur. My role here is that I'm the head of exercise and sports science at the School of Health Sciences.
My previous job, I was an associate professor at a university, lecturing and researching in a variety of roles, which I absolutely loved. And yeah, it came time for a bit of a change and had a phone call from Luke Longley and said to me, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm not sure, I need a job, I'm kind of looking for my next thing." And he invited me to apply for a role with the Kings, which I did, and the rest is history. I'm now on my 2nd season with Sydney.
After you roll, think about rather than take that extra step. Does that make sense? Because what happens is you set it, and then you take a couple of extra and then go get out of it, there we go.
I'm not shy of speaking in front of people, so I think when you walk into this job and you can get up and deliver, their boys go, oh, OK, they know what they're doing. I think as well that's what made my transition really easy. I can speak to people and I think if you're hesitant in this job, they will eat you alive.
At hips. Shoulders. Ankles. Hey.
Fleur's my girl. I love Fleur. When I first came here, I was a little bit worried about having a female coach around, just the locker room culture. You know how boys will be boys and all that kind of stuff. And Fleur came in first week and making the same kind of politically incorrect jokes, I would put it, and just having fun.
Oh, it's 1-0. Just got a little bit of leg spin.
She's such a mum to the team. We've got so many young pups on our team that need some guidance, I guess you could say. She's a mother hen, she's awesome. I love Fleur.
I remember Tommy Vodanovic saying it to me last year when he played here. We were walking out and he's like, how does it feel to be the mum of like 16 guys? And I said, that may be the most insulting thing you've ever said to me, Tommy, and you've said some pretty bad stuff. But I love Tommy. I'm a fixer, I'm a sorter. I try and see problems before it happens, and I try and make sure everyone's always okay.
That's 3 on Zave.
Obviously, she's got the book smarts, but she's also got the common sense and the street smarts that go with applying it every day to a professional environment.
JT, close the gap on him, yeah? Like, crawl up into him. Come on, guys, let's guard it. Let your defense dictate it, yeah?
I think what makes Fleur so special is her ability to connect with the players. She earns their trust really quickly, developing relationships, talking to them. I've told her if she wants to be, she's absolutely in line to be the first woman head coach, I think, in the WNBL. I'm trying to push her to explore opportunities to the NBA and things like that, because I think she could add a lot of value in a lot of different ways for a lot of clubs.
Oh, there's no question Fleur could be a head coach, and to be honest, I don't think it's a long ways off at all. I think just seeing how the guys respond to her, the respect.
Go. Go, Zave.
In this particular environment, sometimes you don't have to have all the answers and you don't have to solve all the problems. Often people just need an ear. And I think some days I just try and provide that when they need it and that little bit of extra support.
How you feeling? You want the same as always? How you feel? You want a little bit lighter? You want more shots today? Yeah, we'll just go one of each, what our usual stuff is.
Look, I think finishing top of the ladder or top 2 is hugely important at the moment. It's so tight. On any given night, if you don't show up, you're going to get beat. I think there's a strong belief amongst the group that at our best, we are going to be very, very tough to beat.
We're definitely the team to beat.
My father was a professional in France. After he died when I was 8 years old, I was more strong in my head, and of course it's a part of my motivation every day.
The Army was the first time I was thrust into an environment where you really need to be great. Want me to hold your hands and everything? Compete!
Breakers have lost 7 of their last 9.
We just know how to handle adversity. That's what we're going through right now, and we'll pick it back up.
This group is super relentless. Our backbone and what we're built off of is just not giving up.
Pulls up.